Hi folks, Rich Pacini from rjpacini.com. The reason I'm making this video this evening is I've been getting quite a few emails on some of the items I had sent out, and I find it a little upsetting at times, but I try to overlook it because sometimes people act on impulse, they buy quick and stuff like that, and they're anxious to get something. They might not, it might something be overlooked. I was selling a software package. I'm not going to mention the name of it because then, I don't want to, make any hard ways, whatever, with the buyers. But in my descriptions, I do videos, as you know, and I also write the descriptions as well. And the reason why I do the videos, I mean, maybe not on software stuff, I might not necessarily do it, but it depends what it is. But for the most part, that's why I do videos, to express, the item, what the item's all about, to talk about its flaws, to talk about, whether it's in perfect condition, it's got scratches, or if it's missing something. That's the whole purpose of me doing videos. So I just want to share something here. I'm not going to mention the name of anything, but I'm just going to say I received an email, and it says they received the product. Okay, I guess they received the product today, and they noticed some items were missing. Now, in my descriptions, if something is missing, it's flawed, or there's something that's not working, if it's something that's not gonna, it's not, if I'm gonna sell something not parts, if a part's not working, it'll be listed like that. For people who are repeat buyers, or if this is your first time buying from me, I do demo intros and intro videos. I've had this a couple times now, where people are buying stuff from me. They're getting the item home, and then they're looking at it and they say, hey, they email me back and say, this is missing, or that's missing, or I sold a player, and I stated in there that the CD wasn't playing, and the person sends me an email saying, received the item today, but the CD player ain't working. I purposely made a video describing that the item is not working. It's just a CD player. And the person writes back. They sent me 2 emails. I noticed the email, the CD is not playing. I need a CD player. I need the CD to work. So I messaged them back and I said, okay, this is in the description. I stated that it wasn't working. It's basically the clock radio works. So then I guess I can email back saying, oh, I apologize, I didn't read the description. I mean, if you're going to a car dealer and you're going to buy a car, you're not going to buy a car without getting the full lowdown on it. The bells and whistles, what it is, the mileage it gets, and so on and so forth. With any business, be it small or big or intermediate, whatever, you gotta read the fine lines. Now, I highlighted the item in red to capture the person's attention, and it's all there. It's all there in black and white and red. People will buy from me. I'm not saying a lot, but some people that buy from me, they don't read the description, and that's why I put it there. If I didn't put it in the description, I can understand a person email and say, hey, you didn't state this. You didn't state this in your you didn't mention it to me in your ad. That's why I do descriptions. Not only that, you could probably list it without a description, but eBay usually reminds you before you hit that send button, to acknowledge that you're going to, advertise that product, that item that you're selling. So with that in mind, I've been getting a couple things back. Not back, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm waiting now 2 weeks for an item that's supposed to be sent back to me because they said it wasn't the item didn't work properly or whatever, or the CD wasn't working, and I never got it back. So I don't know what the story is with that. Maybe they changed their mind, decided, oh, let me keep it. There was another thing. I can't think offhand. It was a total of 3 things. And I think it was, oh yeah, it was with the Sims game. I put in the description, the Sims is Sims 2 something off as the university or whatever it was, I forget. And I stated in there that disc 1 is missing. Big letters, big letters. I mean, you couldn't miss it. It was big, really highlighted. The buyer gets it, sends me an email. I received the Sims today, and I noticed it's missing disc 1. So, with that in mind, I mean, I check on myself too. I check my own situation. I check to make sure I've written in the description. So I go back to the original description, the original head, you know, and I look, and there it is, in big bold letters. Please note, disc 1 is missing. I tell that to the person. I said, well, it was in the description, and the person says, oh, I'm sorry, my apology, I didn't see it. I'm not upset, and I'm not making this video to complain, but I just want to let people know who buy from me that I am an honest seller. If there is something that was left out, it's not done intentionally. I believe me, it's not done intentionally. I make sure everything is pretty much right on the target when it comes to descriptions. That's why I do videos. I do videos with electronics. And the reason why I do videos with electronics is because I want to show you, the potential buyer, whether you're just browsing or you just popped into the site and you say, hey, let me go see what this guy's got to offer. But I want you to know that I do those descriptions for that main reason, to show the buyer, potential buyers, that, hey, look, this is what you're getting. It works. I'm not going to send you something that's broken, unless it's something for parts. I think I stated in one of my videos that I sold a Sony Walkman. I picked it up from a thrift shop, and their policy is once you buy it, there's no returns, no exchanges. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to throw it out. I put in the ad, I put it up on eBay for parts not working. Somebody bought it knowing that there's no part, it's not working. I explicitly said it, stated in the description, item is not working, it's for parts only. Now, it's sold. I didn't get the money I wanted for it because I thought it when I bought it, I didn't have batteries or there was no power adapter to check it out. I thought, hey, it's a hit or miss. I figured let me buy it and maybe somebody will, maybe it'll work or whatever. It didn't. And that's when I put in there, I put it up for parts not working. Somebody bought it. I didn't get any complaints. That's, and that's what I'm saying. But it seems to me that a lot of buyers today are looking at my descriptions and they're not reading it. And I got an inquiry before about a little stuffed animal. The dimensions are there. I still got the email. Is it this, whatever? I wrote back, yes, it is. This is what it is. It's how tall, how tall it is, whatever. So I don't know how to, be any more descriptive. I mean, I don't put stuffed. I'm not gonna put a stuffed animal. If I'm doing an intro, like when I come back from a thrifting or whatever, or a garage sale, I usually make a video of everything I got, like a preview of what's going to be coming, or what's going to be being posted on eBay. I'll do a preview, sneak peek video, so to speak, I call it. And that's how you'll be aware of that. But otherwise, I don't really do videos on stuffed animals. I mean, I might in the past, I don't remember, but I know, like for example, I just sold a musical gingerbread stuffed doll. You squeeze its hand and it sings songs, jingle bells or whatever it is. And that one there I did because it was animated. You hold it in your hand and the thing goes back and forth and it sings. So that's a different story. With something like that, yes, I will make a video on it. I sold a little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer character, Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You push his belt buckle and he sings. I did a video on that. Well, it was put in a video. But things of that nature I'll do. I'll make a video with it. But all I'm asking for potential buyers out there, and not even for me, I mean, even for yourselves, I mean, to save yourself the time and grief, read the descriptions, read them before you make any buys, make any purchases. Now, I don't know what that person's going to do. I messaged them. I told the person that, in the description, it states that this disc is missing. There was a total of 2 discs missing from the software package. So, and it was all in red lettering. So I don't know how else you can catch your attention unless I put flashing lights in front of the description. That's I don't know how else to capture the attention. But anyway, that's what happened. So now I'm waiting for a message to come back if the person's going to send it back, or they're going to send it back as item not described, because it is described. It is put in there. It is put in the description that this is the stuff that's missing and this is what's coming with it. When you click that bid button to buy these things, you're not committed to it. It's not like a lost deal. So in other words, if you buy it, I'm going to return your money. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to keep your money. That's, I'm not like I said, I'm an honest seller. I do things in according to, eBay's, specifications on how they want you to conduct business on eBay. So I'm just trying to tell you, going forward, I love people to come and check out my auctions. But if you're going to buy from me and stuff like that, please, all I'm asking, please read the descriptions fully. This is, I wasn't going to make a video, but this is the third time. It's not, I don't really want to do this here, but I just want to share that with you that, for other buyers and for yourself, if you're a seller, you may be experiencing the same thing. I know people act on impulse. I've done that once before. I bought something on impulse, and later on I messaged the seller and I said, I very rarely buy on eBay. I don't buy too much. I do buy on it occasionally. My toner cartridges, ink cartridges, I'll buy stuff like that. But I'm not an avid quote-unquote buyer. I don't sit there and buy stuff constantly off of eBay. I buy stuff out of necessity. Like I said, I buy toner cartridges, ink cartridges. I can't think of anything else offhand. It's pretty much that's what I buy. I may have bought other things offhand, but very limited stuff. I'm more of a seller than a buyer. But I'm just trying to say for yourselves, make sure your descriptions are well written. And if you got any situations where something's missing or something's broken or not, you might want to highlight it in big, bold, red lettering and make sure that the potential buyers see it. Because what's going to happen is they're going to return it and they're going to say item as not described. And I just want to share this with you. If you have it in your description that what's stated in there, if a part's missing or it's not working, and it's in your description, they send it back. eBay keeps tabs on that, especially if you're a top-rated seller. They do a thing that when you go to seller account or your seller dashboard, you'll see on there returns. And if I didn't call eBay up to acknowledge that, hey, this person's sending it back, I don't want this to affect my feedback score, they would look at it. They'll tell you, well, we're going to look at your listing and see if you fall within those guidelines. And out of the 3 times I fell into the guidelines, so they said, no, you're okay. You have no returns. And I want to keep it that way. Because a buyer gets something, they'll say not as described. And that'll stay on your eBay record. I want to try to I want to keep everything, straight and forward with this eBay business. So that's what I'm trying to say. For yourselves too, not for me, for yourselves. Just be careful. Make sure when you're doing your descriptions, you're writing up your ads, if there's anything that's missing or something that's broken or you got a blemish on it or a scratch, be descriptive as possible, because when they get it, if they find a flaw in there, they're going to want to send it back. And they're going to put right on the bottom on there, for their reason, items not as described. And you're going to get stuck with it, and it's going to affect your feedback rating. And not in the feedback rating, but affect your I guess how you could say it, your account with eBay. It's going to show that you have returns. I don't want returns on mine. I'll take them back, and I've had that there where I did take something back, and I refunded the person's money, and I still, because I was in the right, it didn't affect me. It didn't stay on my record, my eBay record, or seller dashboard. So I'm just trying to tell you guys out there, especially the sellers. I'm pointing this to the sellers. Make sure that when you're selling stuff, I can't stress enough, make sure you highlight it, put it in big bold letters, because you're going to have these things happen to you. Like I said, I do videos. I do descriptive. I make my descriptions pretty much right on, spot on, and you still get these messages come back. I don't know what this person's going to do. I'm waiting here. I messaged the person back a little while ago. I'm waiting to see what they want to do. If they want to send it back, send it back. And then if they get it, they send it back. It's going to go back up on eBay again, and it's going to be described. I'm just going to relist it again as it is, Not as is. I mean, I'll take it back, but I'm just going to put there what the same thing. I'm going to leave the same description there, highlighted in red, what's missing and what's there, what you're getting with it. So that's all I want to say. I just wanted to share this video with you, and just to give a heads up to the potential buyers too. When you're buying, not only from me but from any seller, please read the descriptions, but read them thoroughly. This way you know what you're getting, and not only that, you're saving yourself grief too, because you buy an item, you get it back. It comes back to you. Then you got to notify the buyer. Then you got to sell it back. It's such a long, laborious process. It's a pain in the neck. So really, for yourselves, just read the description wholly. Just go through the whole thing and see what you got. I don't know about you, but I would hate to buy something and later on I get it and I say, hey, this is missing or that's missing, whatever. And I say to myself, you know what? I didn't bother reading the description, or I didn't read it fully. Yeah, the seller's right. It is missing this, or it is broken, whatever. And I just didn't take the initiative to read the whole thing. So that's all I'm saying. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. If you're new to me, at rjbassini.com, I've been selling on eBay on and off since 1999. I enjoy doing this here. I made it to top rated seller maybe a couple weeks back, and I'm very proud that I achieved that after, I haven't done this. I've been selling, like I said, on and off since 1999, but I haven't sold that much items or product to become a top-rated seller. I think back then they used to call them power sellers. Now it's top-rated seller. But anyway, that's all I want to say. Giving you a heads up. This is what's going on today. This is the third time, and that's the only reason why I made it. I made this video, and I wasn't going to. But you know what? I said I gotta get the word out there, because this is the third time going on. I'm sure it's not gonna be the last. So for yourselves, just giving you a heads up, guys, sellers and buyers, read the description, because you'll save yourself a lot of time and grief. And that's all I want to say. Thank you again for stopping by. Have a great day, and thanks again for checking out my auctions. Thank you. Bye.